Hello, everyone. It's time again to circle the wagons for the Coon Prairie Ramblers, where we share our mental meanderings and confabulate on just about everything. In with me is the KC and the Moonshine Band. How you doing, KC?
I'm doing great.
And off to our left there, well, your right, my left. No, my right, your left, is Luke, the rebel without a clue. Hey.
That is I.
All right. Well, we're ready to spread some malarkey around. Hey, how was your Easter?
Be careful where you step. Mine was delicious. How about yours?
Easter memories. You know what my favorite Easter memory is?
Chewing the ears off the chocolate bunny.
Well, that's number two.
Okay.
What was number one?
Number one, I only attended one Easter egg hunt as a child.
What?
Only one and only. And I think I was about 6 years old, maybe 5.
Deprived childhood.
Lived in downtown Columbus. We kind of lived down in on Cleveland Avenue. And my sister, who is 8 years older than me, my sister is my heroine. She had always been up until the day she died. I thoroughly loved my sister, and I could almost start crying talking about her. But anyway, one of my greatest Easter memories is Wilma Jean, walking me across downtown Columbus. And I think it was on a Sunday morning.
That's Easter.
Yeah.
Usually it's on Sunday.
Pretty safe bet there.
Yeah. In fact, it was Sunday morning.
There we go. Okay, we've established that.
Yeah. But she took me, I remember we was walking down, and this is quite a walk from Upper Cleveland Avenue across downtown Columbus over to Goodale Park. I remember that was early in the morning. And I'd never been to an Easter egg hunt, and I was sort of a shy child, and I was kind of like, yeah, we're going to an Easter egg hunt. I was kind of nervous. And but Jean, okay, it'll be okay, Mel. It'll be fine. Anyway, and I remember saying to her, Jean, it's cold. And she said to me, and I thought, oh, this lady is brilliant. She says, when we get downtown, it'll be warmer. I said, why? She says, because the heat off of the pavement will warm us up. And by golly, we got downtown and we got warm.
That's right. You get between the buildings, you don't have the wind either.
Yeah. And I say, I for the rest of my life, I thought, man, I got the smartest sister in the world. And then she took me down to Goodale Park, and and I was in a big crowd, and I was really nervous about a big crowd of people, but especially kids. Because I don't know. There's a whole lot to say about that. But we got our instructions on how to go, do the Easter egg hunt. Gave us a little basket, I guess, some type of a container.
Easter basket.
And then they blew the whistle and we all took off. And I was a slow kid. I was a late bloomer also. And I remember I see an egg, I'd run up to it, and a little hand would reach down there and snatch it away. I'd see another egg, I'd run up to it, and the little hand would snatch it away. Then I saw an egg, and I'm thinking, nobody sees that egg. I ran up to it, and I reached down to grab it, and I realized it had been smashed. In those days, the Easter eggs were real eggs, hard-boiled eggs. Right. That thing had been smashed. So I came back empty bucket. But you know what? My sister consoled me, and we walked back, and I had a wonderful time. It was a wonderful memory spent with my heroine sister, Wilma Jean. Rest in peace.
No eggs.
No eggs. But, it didn't matter. It didn't matter because just the experience of spending that time with her was priceless.
That's right. It's worth a lot more than boiled eggs. You can have them anytime.
Well, I don't remember ever having an Easter egg hunt as a child. I may have, but
I had deprived childhood.
I'm sure we did. I know we used to get basket. I can remember the basket, but I don't remember specifically going to hunt eggs. What my big memories were, we got a new outfit every year for Easter. Each one of us.
Wear to church.
My parents did, but we each got a new outfit, and I always had to wear a tie. And it was on Easter Sunday, and we went to church, and then we came home, and I think before church, so we stood 3 of us together, and we got our pictures taken. And it's interesting if you watch some of the pictures because, my older sister is like 18 months older than I am, and my younger sister is 3 years younger than I am. And the change in the heights,
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
To see the pictures, put them side by side.
One time I was shorter than my older sister, and then I passed her, and then my younger sister passed my older sister, and, we all changed our heights. But it was a good memory, but and my grandfather was always dressed up, and my parents were dressed up in ties. It was a special day, and we ate well, and as far as hunting eggs, I was deprived.
That's too bad.
Either that or it just didn't mean that much to me, and I don't remember it.
Yeah.
traumatized and you blocked it from your mind.
Yeah, maybe I was like Mel. I didn't get any eggs. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or you found a rotten one from the year before.
Yeah.
Scarred forever.
How about you, Luke?
Well, growing up, as I did, my father had a number of siblings, so for Easter, the tradition was to gather at my grandmother's house at Knox. Everybody would come, and all the cousins would be there. We had cousins of all ages. I mean, like stair steps. Some of the siblings had several kids, and some had a lot of kids, and there was just a ton of us there. And my father was big in shooting home movies, the silent 8mm movies. So he would get out in front of the house, and we would all be inside the house. This is after we'd all went to church that morning while the parents hid the eggs. And we'd come home and then change clothes, and then we'd come out the front door, youngest one first. And we had to stand in chronological order. And we came out that way with our basket as he filmed each person coming down the steps, and we tore off in all directions or whatever. But it was interesting to watch the movies year after year after year, because there was always an extra kid or two kept coming along, or look and see whose mom is pregnant that year.
Oh, yeah.
So bellies out there, they're like Easter eggs themselves. And I think probably the funniest thing I remember seeing on the movies is it got a little crazy before the day was over with. And in one of the movies, it's silent, like I said, but one of my aunts has my granny in a headlock, and they were giving each other spit baths. I've got that on a silent 8mm movie somewhere. That's the highlight reel right there.
Did y'all get new finery for your Easter Day celebration?
Clothes?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah, but nothing real fancy. When I was a little bitty boy, I had a whole suit with a bow tie and everything.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get things fancy, but I can remember my sisters got dresses that you wouldn't think that you could ever wear again. You know,
Exactly.
They were
dressed to the nines.
Yeah, and they were like, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but yeah, it wasn't anything you'd ever wear to school. I guess you wear them to church.
The girls would have them, and they'd have little hats sometimes, and little white gloves and little baskets, and that's how they dressed the little girls. Us guys just had on nice slacks and a shirt.
White shirt and a black tie.
Right.
And a pink carnation.
Yeah, I couldn't think of that.
I knew you were going to do that. Always had plenty to eat. It's just a good time of having all the cousins together, and probably the best memory, childhood memory, is when we were all together and all the aunts and uncles were alive. My grandmother was alive. There's one shot on there where all the grandkids are holding hands, going around in a big circle, and my grandmother standing in the middle holding two babies or whatever.
Wow.
And we're all going in a circle around her, and that's just a very pleasant memory.
That's something I don't have
Every year
any
year we did that.
Any videos or anything of me way back in?
Yeah, we did. We never videoed anything that I know of. They took a lot of pictures, but videos, no. Remember the little pictures that you used to get, and they were small, and they had to look like they were cut out with pinky shears. The edges were scalloped.
The photo came like that? I do remember
They
something.
weren't, They weren't tiny, but they were a lot smaller than what you see today.
And they also had the little, had the month, JUN for June of 58.
Yeah, like it was stamped on there.
Lovely summer school. And but you remember getting the little plastic doodad that you looked in one end and you held it up to the sun.
Right.
Your picture was inside there, and it was like a little keychain.
Uh-huh.
I had some of those, but unfortunately, I've lost them.
Kids probably played with them, and
probably,
yeah, a lot of things I've had, I've allowed my kids to play with. The things I would have wanted to held on to this day, but they got fun out of them. So, and then they got deteriorated and tossed at some point.
My father shot those movies for all those years, and the last one he did was when I had both my daughters, and my youngest daughter was an infant, and so the very last one he shot was taken to the front doorstep and the kids coming out where he had started with back in the day. And the last one before he passed away was of my daughter.
Well, can you still use them? Are they too fragile? Or
no, you can look at them, but my projector doesn't work anymore. They're 8mm. I'm going to have them transferred one day.
You can put them on a CD or DVD?
Yeah.
That would be priceless to do that so you wouldn't lose them.
I want to do that one day.
Were they taken at the same house?
Same house.
Over and over.
And you can see the bushes have changed. The house was painted.
Uh-huh.
The porch was screened in later on, and a different dog comes running by. It's just a lot of good memories there, and I wish I could go back and relive them. My mother and aunts, they would take turns making a cake that was shaped like a rabbit.
Yeah.
Well, did y'all have a special, I know you had a special meal for Easter, but did it consist of a specific items?
I think it was generally ham.
Yes, we had ham.
Well, Ramblers, this time has escaped us. It's gone away too fast.
Sure it is.
It's just away.
Time is on.
Yeah, where does
time is only a concept.
Where does time go?
Well, that going work because it's only a concept.
All right. Well, we'll be back in a few minutes after this station identification.